Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we're going to be working on putting a vent system in this location right here. Normally what they have here is we've got a pellet grill that sits here along with a flat top grill. And what the client wants is basically like a commercial kitchen collection system for the smoke and the stuff that comes off of cooking to vent up through the roof. So in this process, right now they've got a vent system here that is what they've been currently using to draw the smoke, especially from the pellet grill out. It doesn't work as great. It still kind of fills things up because naturally your smoke rises. So that's why we want to put this new vent system in. So we're going to pull this vent out, remove the ductwork on the outside of the area here. Redrop it through the roof, do some new flashing up on top, get it all sealed up and good weather tight. Replace some panels here on the wall, get rid of this hole. So follow us along and let's get started. So what we're working on here, folks, we're getting some prefabrication done here in the shop. That's going to be part of this vent system. So as you can see here, I've got the outer piece. We've already got our angles cut because of the sloped roof. You'll see how that fits in. Got an inner piece here that we're going to frame together, and then we can take this stuff out and actually get it framed up in the location on the site. So like I said, we got this outer piece built. So it's actually ready to take out and install. We got to build. So basically what this will end up being, this is our outer section of it. So that inside's going to come up 10 inches. So it'll have like a 10-inch, basically a smoke catch basin. So we got to take and we're going to frame the bottom part of this in. It'll make more sense once you see it actually installed. But let's get this framed together, and then we can take all of this out and actually get it installed on the site. So this here that we're assembling is actually going to be the ceiling, so to speak, of the vent system. So we're going to nail this together using a 3 1/4 inch ring shank nails. I like using ring shanks. They definitely hold a lot better than just the smooth nails. Had some tough knot right in that location. That one is not going to go. It's only a drawback to ring shank nails. They really like to hold. Nail puller. Okay, let's try that again. Try to miss the knot this time. Nope. Just a bad spot. We'll drill that and put a screw in there to help hold it a little better. That's my son Cannon come in to help. Or he thinks he is anyway. More nails. Hold that for a second. I'll grab more nails. Flip that over.
Ooh, that didn't feel good.
Nasty knot.
Oh, crack. Right down here.
Yeah.
Over here.
That'd be okay.
Damn, this one's sunk quite.
Well, I just turned up the depth gauge on it a little bit. Is that one an actual nail?
No.
No? Misfire. There's a
an actual
nail. All right. Spin it around. We'll throw one on the other end. And then we'll be ready.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just warped a little bit. Hold that. I'll grab a clamp and we'll clamp it together to pull it together. Take it easy on ourselves. Right there? Like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
There we go. Just lay it down.
There's just
Okay.
that last one was a misfire.
Uh,
Two.
the second one wasn't it?
Yeah, second was misfire.
Yeah.
Second was misfire. Last was misfire. You only have two in there.
Huh. I don't know why we're getting misfires.
There we go.
That one definitely went. Okay. We're good now. All right. So like I was saying, this is like the top of the smoke cavity. So you'll see more once we have it actually installed on location. So we're going to grab all this and take it over and we'll start installing it out there. Okay. Well, before we actually started installing the framing and stuff, we brought it in. We got to get some preparations done. We're going to go ahead and pull this existing vent. We'll get we'll get the wall closed back up. We got to fill this area in up here. So we got to get some boards cut and fit in there. So we'll work on that. So here we go. Let's see. May have to pull some other boards loose. Please tell me I don't. We do have a nail in it. Nail in the baseboard trim I had to pull out that was in this panel. We'll see if we can get that wedged out of there. Okay. Yeah, we got one over here. Switch plate cover. Okay. See back in there. Okay, this vent is taped to the duct on the outside, so we're going to have to pull the ducting on the outside down first. Then we should be able to remove that back to the inside. So we'll go out there and we'll get that taken down. All right, so as you can see out here, we got this big 8-inch duct that we're going to remove off of the wall. It'll eventually penetrate down through the roof. So we'll start unscrewing this off the wall here. First off, I got to get the right size bit. All right, so we got to remove this 8-inch vent, so we'll go ahead and get it removed off the wall. It'll be relocated down through the roof, so it's a direct up vent. We'll have to replace some boards out here too. Yeah, so go ahead and get this removed. Got all the strapping and all the screws out of it, so we should be able to just lift this right up out. There we go. So we'll save X, we'll reutilize it to actually go up through the roof. So now try to straighten all this out so we can be able to get this to go through the wall at a straight angle. Okay, we got that adjustable fitting all straightened out, so now we can pull it out. Looks like we got some silicone here that we're gonna have to cut around to be able to get that out. Not too worried about it because we're gonna have to replace these panels too, so we'll work on getting these removed as well. Grab the pry bar, we'll pry them flat pieces off. I'll end up cutting new lap pieces to put in for the new boards, so I'm not too worried about these. I told them I'd also replace this one. They got one here that's really warped and bent on them over time, so I'm gonna remove that one out too. Okay, we got those unscrewed. We should be able to. Oh, got a screw on a panel in there. The silicone sealant we have around the lumber here is folding on real tight. Looks like we're gonna have to break these boards out. It's no worries because we're not gonna reuse them anyway. Once we get these boards out of the way, then the exhaust fan should be hanging free and we can go ahead and remove it out from the inside of the building. As you can see there, it's all hanging down now, so I think we can successfully remove it from inside. Looks like to be fully intact, so I think we can go inside here and pull it out of the wall. There we go. Get it out of the way. Okay, now that we got the exhaust fan out of the wall here, make sure the insulation is all good and set in place here. And we go ahead and cover the outside up here. Done with everything out here, so put some pickets back up. These are just standard 6-foot tall pickets. They are green treated. All the other boards out here were green treated as well. They've just aged over time. So get this one positioned into place. Just using the standard exterior 1.25" deck screws to attach this. Put this second one here in place. I'm not worried about the spacing because we're gonna have the lap pieces that goes over to hide the joints, like you can see next to me here with these other pieces. these ones down here down low. Alright, now that we got those all attached in place, I'll figure out what I need for these laps. Get a measurement on those so I can match these up. And grab me a tape measure. Alright, these existing ones, looks like they're just a little over an inch, so I have to go cut me 4 of these and we'll get these installed. Use one of these pieces here and get it all cut up. Okay, we got these all cut up. Made these 1.25 inches in length. Nice thing about it is a standard picket, you can get exactly 4 of these, which is what we need here. So we'll get these all set in place and get these nailed on. I'm using ring shank nails. We're going to nail these into the studs behind, that way they'll hold in place. Just centering these over the slots between the 2 pickets. That way it's covering up, kind of sealing it off to the weather. Get these all put here in place. They're just a standard 6-foot picket, so matching the existing, all these boards out here are 6 foot tall too. And there we go. That's it. Okay, we got a line snap, so I'm going to cut the tops of these off so they're nice and straight, so when we put our cross pieces on, everything will line up nice. And we can lay those up there nice and flat. Everything will line out perfect for us. There we go. These boards ain't needed for what we're doing. The only reason I'm adding them in is that way, looking through the clear panel on the back side, you're not going to see open framing from all of this structure that we're going to be adding. It's kind of enclose it and make it a little more visually aesthetic. got to get a measurement here for this long piece. And we have, looks like we have 56 inches, so I need to go cut some. Alright, I'll get this board put up there. Fits in there good. There we go. It's nice and tight. Get this next one put up. Alright, get this side. Alright, there we go. Now those other pieces up there, you have to get some measurements here. They gonna obviously be sloped because of the angles. So it looks like on this side, about 4.5 inches, so not too much taken off a standard picket. 5.5 inches, 5.25. So measure this. We got 31 inches. I have to get this one cut and get it installed. Just was get this measurement too, make it one here. 2 inches. And you get, yeah, standard 5.25 on that side. So that'll work for over here. Okay, as you can see, we got the box finally up in there like I was talking it was going to be. I was talking earlier in the video, we were talking about the inside cavity. So we got a 10-inch cavity inside here. This is where all the smoke will come up and collect, and then the vent's going to take it up out through the ceiling or out through the roof. So got a little bit of blocking to put in for sheeting the underside of this. We're going to cut our hole in the roof and get our vent drop down through, and we'll start boxing up the inside of this. Just getting some blocking in here for our sheet of plywood that we're going to add on the underside. Eventually this whole underside will actually get lined with some sheet metal. Alright, get the rest of this blocking put up here on this end for the side panels. Got a tight spot in here. And then here. Alright. Adjust this, make sure it's all in line. Tap this over a little bit. Just eyeing this for straight up and down. Looks like that should do it there. Get a couple more screws put in here. Okay. That should work out pretty good right there for that. Alright, now we need to get this old exhaust fan out of here. This was something they had in there in the first beginning, so we'll get this removed out of the way. There we go. Get rid of this. It's just trash. Alright, now we can go ahead and get a hole cut here for the electrical to bring it through. That's where the electrical wire will drop down through. We're going to end up having a switch here on the outside of this for the new exhaust fan and the lights that's going to be up inside the hood. Get over here and reach up in here and find that wire that went to that old exhaust fan and we'll pull it out. Got insulation up here in the attic. It's kind of hard to find it. Yeah, there it is. Come on. There we go. Alright. Alright, well there's the wire. We'll get that routed up over here where the switch is going to go. We'll get this installed here after a bit. Okay, so now that we got the box put in place, we're going to go ahead and start covering this outside. We're going to cover it with cedar planking. So I got the laser set up here so we can make sure that we got our vertical going right. So let's bring our laser over into line. Now we got a good, nice vertical line here with the laser. Hopefully you can see the green line. Turn some lights off, maybe make it a little easier to see out here. So now we're just going to follow that and we'll start marking and putting these in. Okay, now we got that first one up. So now basically all we're going to do is just continue running on down this. Right now we just got these angles cut for the top sides. We'll still have to trim off each one on the bottom. So. All right. I'm going to move our laser as we're going along with it here. And the square go. These are just 1.25 inches, just basically your common deck screws. Putting them in there with. It's just rough cut cedar. It's just basically cedar picket fencing. So your angles ain't always quite, or your sides ain't quite perfect on them. So that's why I'm using the laser to kind of make it look like keeping everything in line. If you look at this one, I'm good down here, but I'm 3/16 to almost a 1/4 inch out up there. So we're gonna space this. I just want to try and keep the grain pattern going up and down straight. We're gonna come back and put little laps on the joints to fill them in, and those we can line up really good with the laser as well and make sure that they fit in nice. Once we get that shiplap piece added to it, then you'll never see the gaps in between the boards. And it'll give it a nice, clean, flush look. We'll have a top trim board to hide all of the imperfections on your top, because this roof out here ain't quite super flat and good. So just a bunch of ways to make it look good when it's all said and done. Still looking pretty good with the laser, so we'll just continue going on down. Haven't really had to space too many gaps on it, so. we'll try to get, maybe, I don't know, might not be able to get the next one. Nope. All right, so we're coming up on this electrical box. I'm waiting for the cover plate on it. So that's as far as we can take these for now. So I'll work on doing the end cap on that side, and then capping this side here across. So we'll continue with that. But that's the easy way of just putting it up. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll probably put like some 1 inch wide strips over each one of these. We'll have a top trim and a bottom trim, and then those will come in. So they'll all be finished in nice and tight, and it'll look nice and clean. So. All right, so here's our finished product. Got everything all buttoned up. Got all of our trim pieces in. Had some lighting on the outside here that kind of went around. As you can see, all them little strips are covered up. Everything's all nice and clean looking. Kind of enjoy the smell of the cedar too. Look up inside the actual smoke box. There's where the 4 lights are and the exhaust fan in there. Still going to end up putting a sheet metal liner in there.